Okay, so
please, if you can be
standing still. Yeah, I'll do my best. Normally I tend to walk around, so I'll do my best.
Thanks.
Okay, so what you are visiting right now is Innovation Lab. Innovation Lab is located in Denmark, in the #2 town of Denmark, the leading university town of Denmark, and that is Aarhus. Innovation Lab is a non-profit entity, and it's a knowledge center on technology, emerging technologies, which means it's technologies you can make into use now, or maybe in a horizon from now up to until maybe 5 years or something like that. So it's quite short term. Innovation Lab was founded by me and one of my colleagues 7 years ago, and we employ on a total around 40 people, depending on if you calculate it into full-time headcounts, 23 or 25, I think. Innovation Lab is, as I said, a center of knowledge which has two main activities. One activity is working with official government bodies and municipality and corporate companies on different kinds of projects, creating new products for the companies, or helping the municipality creating a new concept, for instance. I'll get back to that part of our activity in a little while. The other part of our activity is focused on sort of briefing people on what is the use of technology and how can you apply this to your company? What does this mean to you? Significant emerging opportunities, or that may emerging difficulties of different sorts. So we have a huge communication effort inside Denmark, and as it is today, we are, I think, the most oftenly quoted technology source of Denmark. And at the same time, in our project department, we work with something like 30 different companies, from Sony Ericsson to Bang & Olufsen, which are coming later today to visit us, and companies like the leading Danish rescue service that needs to apply technology to create new products. So it's a center of knowledge. It's based in the university campus of the leading University of Denmark, and it works on communicating the possibilities of technology in a shorter time span, and it works with different kinds of companies on projects.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us a successful history or a successful project, very special project or something like that?
Yeah. One example of a successful project is we suggested to the leading manufacturer of rescue equipment for firefighters in Denmark that they should look into adding technology to the product so they could monitor the firefighters inside buildings, because that's a problem today, that firefighters collapse inside the building because they get exhausted of too much heat. So out of this, in a 5-year time span, came a product which is showcased outside, which is able to monitor the state of the firefighter. You can monitor the temperature outside, on the outside of the equipment, and inside, so you can watch his body temperature so he doesn't get exhausted and collapses. And that's an example of how you can apply technology to an everyday product like a firefighter uniform. So that's one example of a successful product. Another one is this concrete, which is on the table here, where we suggested to make a unique mix of two different kinds of materials to create new opportunities, where you can, by fiber optics, you can transmit light through concrete, so you can create anything from traffic information science to putting light down into your cellar, daylight down into your cellar. So that's another example of one of the products we have been working on.
and how you cooperate, for example, with other enterprises, NGOs, government, and with who?
When we started Innovation Lab 6 years ago, we started out with the regional municipality and the city municipality, and the University of Aarhus, and the leading Danish telecommunications company that's called TDC, that's like Telefonica in Spain. And this combination was funding the start of our company, which, as I said, was created as a non-profit activity. And this group of municipalities, the university and the telco, put up the sum for starting Innovation Lab. And we made, as part of our early activity, we worked for the telco on creating new concepts, and we do that today. And we worked with the municipality on helping them further the development of this area we are in right now. And we worked with the regional municipality on helping companies in the region to see the opportunities of creating new products using technology. So we got paid for doing that, and that was the beginning of Innovation Lab.
And for finishing, maybe the worst thing in your moments or problems, maybe.
Yeah. I would say if we look at where we are today, our activity, as I said before, we do a lot of communication on what you can use technology for, and we do a number of ongoing projects with different companies. And as it is today, we see our business divided into 3 areas, where one is understanding, where we try to understand what is emerging of technology and opportunities. Also, we do not only look on technology, we also look on the user to understand the needs of the user, which is very much in the area you are focusing on too. And then we sort of combine that with innovation in an area you could call ideation, where we help with different customers to create new concepts and ideas and projects. And then in the third stage of what we're doing, we are communicating and talking about what you could use technology for. So that's sort of our, you could say, activity divided into 3 interconnected stages. If you look at what have been the most difficult part of what we have been doing, one part in the early days was, of course, to obtain funding, because that was difficult to make sure that we had sufficient funding. Another issue has been to be able to tell in a few words what we are doing, to sort of get people to understand the opportunity of working with us. Luckily, we have never had any difficulty in obtaining new customers, you could say, to this activity. But I think what we are looking at now is we are very much focused on how to tell what we are doing in a few simple words, and that's going to be one of your problems, or the issue of your activity too, to sort of making people understand the opportunity of this and the benefit of working with you. So the art of simplifying what you're doing to get people to be seeing and understanding the opportunities and the benefit is one of the key issues. Probably we've had a lot of other issues along the road I'll think of.
Thank you very much. That's finished.
Este momento
Mira que
go down in 5 minutes or something. I can actually go with you and make sure that you get to the right place.
okay.
It's something like 5 minutes from here. It's very short.
So.
Small, nice city.
Yes.
So if there's anything else I can